Recapping the 2013-2014 Luther College women's basketball season with head coach Amanda Bailey. And coach, last Tuesday in February, and you don't have a game to prepare, has to be a little bit of an empty feeling, isn't it?
It definitely is. You never want to go into a season knowing when your last game is. You're always hoping for one more, to have a chance to push the season on a little longer. But I think yesterday was a rough day for a lot of people, just not being in the gym and having to finally realize that the season is over.
And talk about what are some of the things you need to do as a program, as a team, even yourself, to get better next year and have more success, and to make sure you're playing this time of year next year.
Yeah, I think we're still kind of building our program and figuring out everything each year that we need to continue to improve on. One of those are going to be pushing through. Any one of those games this year could have been ours, and I think there are these mental lapses of knowing that we can win close conference games, that we can beat teams, that past years and past games aren't going to have an effect on these unless we allow them to. And I think it's being able to focus in at the end of a game, taking care of the ball at crucial times, working together as a team. There's a lot of little things that we're going to have to put together next year in order to be able to play some extra games after the regular season.
And it looks like, based on the margin of games in the majority of the games in conference play this year, you're not that far away, but the step you need to take is a big step, correct?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, I think what hurts the most is that we were in a lot of those games, and there's certain things that got us down that we weren't able to come back from. Numerous games being down to start the game 12, 14, 15 points before we can get things going and playing from behind. Obviously, free throws weren't a positive thing for us this year. Some games it was. Most of the games we were down. Working on our rebounding, working on our team basketball, and leaving everything out on the floor. So again, we got the shots we needed this year. Shooting 26% isn't enough in a game. So just those little things that are going to push us, but it's not going to be, a quick flip of the switch in order for that to happen. Our girls are going to have to work hard, and we're going to have to, learn a lot from this season.
And when you look at the end of any season, you got to say goodbye to a group of seniors, and a lot of them are in the Luther record book that you say goodbye to this year.
Yeah, it's one of our biggest senior classes in a while. They've all contributed largely to our success over the last couple of years in trying to move our program forward, and it's going to be hard to see them go. Obviously, our two bigs inside, Taylor Johnson and Nellie Nelson, have played together for the last 4 years and have kind of become a duo inside. Taylor being able to do some things that other people can't, and then you've got our guards with Logan Jerlid and Lindsay Willems, two very defensive-minded players that were quick and out there and gave some kids some problems. And on any given night, either one of them could be hot for us on the outside. So it's going to be tough to see those four go. But that's what happens each year. You're always saying goodbye to somebody, and then you got to start looking forward to the next year.
And looking forward to the next year, a lot of kids with returning experience coming back. Got to feel optimistic and knowing that it won't be a totally green unit you'll put on the floor next November.
Oh, definitely. I think there's a lot of heart in our young kids, and I'm really excited to see what they can do. Like you said, we're losing some kids and big kids inside, which is going to change our offense up a little bit, but it's also going to give other people opportunities to shine, I think. We're going to need to have Megan Kepnick have a really big senior year and work in that off season, and then our sophomores of Taylor Jenks and Kylie Romeo, those two are going to have to step up and fill some big shoes as well. And then we had some first years get some good minutes. Anna Madrigal and Haley Kirkpatrick coming in and played a lot of role minutes, I would say, in the post, and they're going to have to step it up. And I think there's a lot of kids who maybe you didn't see on the court, but have kind of started to come up, in practice and in some of our JV games. We're going to count on Solveig Nelson and Ashley Johnson inside, and then Brenna Hafner kind of coming out in that point guard position too. And there's just a lot of possibilities that can happen, and it's really going to depend on how hard our kids want to work in the off season.
All right, Coach, I know it isn't the coolest thing wrapping up the season at this time of year, but I know you're focused and determined to get that program back on track come next year. We wish you best of luck to a good off season, and thanks for joining us every Tuesday morning.
Thank you.
Amanda Bailey joining us, recapping the 2013-2014 Luther College women's basketball season.